He's saying okay. This hangout on air is live. Hey, this is Johnny Bean. And we are back as promised. David Nesdall.
Hey, what's
Yo.
happening?
And Ronnie North.
Rock on.
Yeah. Yeah. So this time around, we're going to talk about Dave's brand new EVH.
I got Van Halen guitar too to keep up with
Wolfgang.
Dave.
Oh, whoa, look at
that. Yes, sir.
I got to compete. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and sorry, my camera's off for the moment, but look, it makes sense because look what I'm holding. I'm holding the NAMM edition of that same guitar.
Yes, because Johnny is the NAMM edition.
Right there. Well, that's where Ronnie, did you play that guitar at NAMM? Did you check it out?
I for like 2 seconds. I thought it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Johnny and Ronnie, the NAMM edition.
Yeah.
That should be the new show.
Yeah, because Dave doesn't rhyme with that, so.
Yeah, that happened next. They said that when they made the one for Eddie, like he shaved the neck down later. So does the production model have the way the neck is shaved down?
Yeah, it's actually it's just like Ed's. It's pretty thin. It's nice.
Because you saw that big article like in the magazine, like he says when he got it, like the neck was too chunky, so he just took it. He shaved it down manually himself. Like I don't know what he did, but.
Mm-hmm. I saw that. Yeah.
It was in one of the guitar magazines.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
He said the guitar that Chip gave him, the neck was a little too big, and so he actually shaved it down himself for the.
It's still bigger than usual, but he said that he can deal with it like now. So like.
Yeah, but he said the guitar was way cooler than the Stealth.
Oh, you mean his relic guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he got it.
Oh, no kidding.
Down manually, yeah.
Well, this is a super. It's pretty thin. It's nice. It feels great. It depends on the guitar I'm using. I do like a big neck as well, but on these types of guitars, I do like the smaller necks.
Yeah, what's a shred guitar? You want a smaller neck on a shred guitar.
Yeah, that's really, it's really great. It's not very heavy either. We'll say the old Paul Unkert joke, Dave, you're a big guy, you can handle it, but it's on the lighter side of heavy because all these guitars are in the like 8-pound range, and I'd say this is about 7.5 pounds. It's not so heavy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really resonant. I mean, I have 9s on these. Every guitar I have with Floyd Roses, I use it 9 through 42. But on my Strats and Tellys and Les Pauls, I use 10s. And on my Gretsch, on my hollow bodies, I use 11s. But for a guitar with 9s on it, it's super resonant. It really.
Do you tune it down? Or
No, I all my guitars are in concert pitch 440. I don't generally, sit there and play with Van Halen, and when I do, I don't know. I do what I do. But
if you're playing it yourself, it doesn't matter. Just
yeah. I mean, I'd rather have a guitar gig ready for me because whenever I play in, the 2 bands I'm in, we play in concert pitch. So
yeah.
I'd rather have it gig ready than to jam with Van Halen.
Exactly.
But, yeah. So let's talk about this guitar for a little bit. What do you say?
Fucking awesome.
Uh,
That's a bigger piece of wood, too. That's thicker than a Stealth, for sure.
Well, I have a Stealth here.
It's more like a Les Paul. Well, actually, no. They're actually pretty close, actually. Once you... Just the
I'll tell you why you think it's bigger. Because the cream binding... it's got cream binding on it, and it's actually hard to see unless you're really close up. So it's it looks like it's a 2-inch body when it's really not. It's just it's got cream binding on it.
Wow.
But it's the same. It's the same as the Stealth, and we'll do like a little comparison in a little bit. But again, it's basswood body, maple top.
Wow.
Which is the standard Eddie Van Halen thing. German EVH branded Floyd Rose It is not a Floyd Rose 1000 like certain people think it is. On the American guitars, although I haven't, I said I was going to take a guitar apart and prove it. I'm not taking it apart yet. I have seen the bottom of my Stealth, and it does say Made in Germany on it, and it's also an EVH branded. And I spoke to Andy Papiccio at Floyd Rose, and he states that the EVH branded Floyd Roses come from different spots. They're made in Germany for the American guitars, and for the made in Mexico guitars, and the other less expensive guitars, they're made in Korea, which is the FR1000s. And for the Indonesian and Chinese guitars, they are the FR2000s, which are black. And they're also made in Korea. Your regular run-of-the-mill EVH Wolfgang pickups on this. The switch is backwards. Up is the bridge pickup. Down is the neck pickup. You have your ebony fretboard and the mother of pearl, which is real mother of pearl block inlays on this.
I love that. That's fucking
yeah. Black headstock, and you got your fake mother of pearl tuning pegs.
Wow.
The only thing that I'm probably going to do to this guitar is two things. I'm probably going to put a brass block on it. It doesn't have one on it now. And I haven't put the titanium saddle inserts in yet, but I'll be doing that.
Sure.
I do that with all my Floyd Rose guitars, but I haven't gotten I'm waiting for a set to come in the mail. And as soon as they come in, I'll put them in this guitar as well. Other than that, it is what it is. It's a great guitar. I played it most of the day yesterday, and I A-B'd it with my Stealth. And if you close your eyes, they feel identical.
Really?
And they sound identical.
Wow.
And in general, no two guitars sound alike. No two guitars really feel alike.
No.
But these two guitars are absolutely, to my ears and to my touch, and I've been playing guitar since I'm 5 years old.
Huh.
They're identical. Which is a cool thing, because I like when I'm playing, when I'm gigging, I like to have more than one guitar with me that is exactly kind of the same as my main guitar in case I break a string.
Yeah.
You want to be as consistent as possible. So you want to have a guitar that kind of feels and sounds as close as you can to your main guitar. There's no problem with these two guitars. They other than the looks, they're identical. They're really cool. They're great.
Wow.
I love them both. The only thing that this is missing, other than what's on my Stealth, is the kill switch. I have a kill switch on my Stealth, and I have not decided yet whether I'm going to put one in this guitar. I have to really think about who's going to do the work.
Dude, you can do
it's
it
not easy.
in 5 minutes. Put it where the tone knob is. Get rid of the tone knob.
No, I want it. I again, just to be consistent, I would want it in the same spot as my other one, so that it would, no matter what guitar I'm using, it'll be in the same spot.
Wow.
And from time to time, I will use my tone knob. So.
Really?
Yeah, from time to time, depending on the music. Remember, I play I don't just play rock. I play all kinds of stuff. And sometimes I even use a clean sound, which it doesn't always have to be bright.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Can you believe that, Ronnie? He uses the clean
I
channel.
don't believe it. I actually do. That's what I think. Like, my amps have to be as well as dirty. Like
Remember, I do play the blues a lot, and there's a lot of if you're playing like B.B. King, if you're playing like a B.B. King song, you're not going to be playing with gain.
Yeah, exactly.
You ever used a Floyd Rose on the clean channel? It's unheard of.
That's crazy talk.
Well, it has been done. It has been done.
It has been done.
So, and to clear up, the color on this, I don't know if you can see this. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. What does it say next to color?
Vintage white.
VWT.
VWT.
Vintage white.
That would be vintage white.
Mm-hmm.
So that is exactly what it is. It is a form of white, and I am not colorblind. So, funny, but I'm not colorblind. It's white.
It's basically a vintage white. It's like
It's almost cream. It's like a yellowish white. I mean,
yeah. But there was another one. There was another one that I was going to get before I got this one. That the Music Zoo had to return to EVH because, for one reason or another, it was recalled. There were a couple of them that were sent out that should never have been sent out. They had matching white headstocks, same exact guitar, darker color white, which was ivory. It was called ivory.
Wow.
it was kind
and
of
a matching headstock color.
It was like a banana-ish.
Yeah, it was almost a banana
cream.
color. Absolutely. And compared to that guitar, this guitar looks white.
Yeah. I mean, look at my avatar.
So
That's a white guitar.
I said it was white, and there are people out there who think I'm colorblind.
Yeah. Well, look at the binding.
What he was using on the 2007 tour was like a yellow.
Yeah, it was a different color. It was absolutely a different color than this.
Yeah.
But
but look at the binding in your guitar. The other guitar was like the whole color of that binding.
Right, exactly. The color of the other guitar was the
color.
Turn
your guitar
of
over and you can see the binding. Yeah.
Hang on.
And you can see the difference. There you go. Now talk.
Yes. Can you see this now? The color of the binding here was the color of the whole guitar.
7.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely white, man.
Yeah. So there. I hope that clears it up. We're gonna call it vintage white. Mm-hmm. White it is. White. You know what? I don't really care. You can call it purple. If you think this is purple, then we'll call it purple. If you think this is green, Ronnie North, man, you've got a bunch of green guitars. Is this green to you? It might be.
It's not green. I get all the time, man. Why are your guitars green? I'm like,
well, this guitar is as white as this one is black.
Exactly. Wow. You can always paint it if you don't like the color of it. So.
Well, I think maybe I'll paint it red, white, and black.
There you go. Stripe it.
Yeah, they're going to be all striped. All my guitars will be striped.
Holy, that'd be awesome.
But hey, Ronnie, is your favorite color green?
It's become that. Yeah, I mean, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It was really funny. I almost went with blue, but then I looked out there when we're gonna make my guitar because I like blue too. Mm-hmm. And there was just so many blue guitars out. I'm like, okay, I want to be different. I'm gonna go with the green. Like it came down to it. Like we were, the guitar was done. He's like, what color do you want to spray it?
Mm-hmm.
Like let's make it green. And I'm so glad that I did because he had done you know who Michael Thompson is?
Yes.
He's like a major session guy. And like huge. Celine Dion and like all these, Whitney Houston and Sting and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Greg made him a guitar like a couple years before mine. It was a guitar player. It was like featured in Guitar Player magazine. They did a whole write up on it, and it was like this crazy like hand rubbed blue, and it looked fucking awesome. And I wanted to do that, but then I thought when we were getting closer, I'm like, well, Michael already has one that color. Like, why do I want to copy? I mean, he's a friend. Like, I love Michael, but like, why do I want to copy him? This is my signature guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So I went green, and then Michael even likes the green. He's played it a few times. He loves my guitar in the green, and he's not even like a metal shred guy. I mean, he can, but he doesn't do that. He's got obviously. Yeah. But I mean, he actually liked the green too. He's like, wow, this really came out well. I'm like, thanks, man. It means a lot, coming from you. I do sessions for David Foster every other day. What's that like?
That's gotta be insane.
Oh man, that guy! I did one thing with him. Like I was in this band in the '80s for like 20 minutes, literally. And the guy was always saying like, we only learned like a couple songs. He's making this demo, and he's like, oh no, I know David Foster, like he's gonna do our demo, and everybody's like bullshit. So like he's like, okay, well we're gonna go do a demo at David Foster's studio, like in Van Nuys or whatever. Like it was like in a condo. It was like a I'm thinking it was in a condo that he had, but he didn't live there. I think he used it when he had like up and coming songwriters just to demo songs.
Mm-hmm.
He had like a little demo rig in it.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, we get there, and 5 minutes later, David Foster shows up.
Wow.
And he was just a mean motherfucker. I'm the only man that he didn't make cry.
Wow.
Real, and it was all guys. There was no girls in the band.
Man.
He was just brutal. Why are you wasting my time? Do you even know how to play this instrument? You're wasting my time. You should really consider another line of work. I mean, he was just...
Man, sounds like Buddy Rich.
Oh my God, he was horrible. And like I played, and he never said, like I'm like, please don't yell at me. I don't want to cry. And like he never said anything to me. Like I'm not even gonna ask him. Like he never said good or bad. Like I did my thing, and he just let it go. So I mean, I don't know if he hated me that much, I wasn't even worth the comment, or he liked it enough where it didn't suck, or everybody else just sucked way more than me.
Well, did he fire you?
No, I made it all the way through.
Then he liked you.
Yeah.
That's the way that goes. If they don't say anything, they like you.
Oh my God! But the guy that actually knew him was a singer, and he was just ripping him a new one. And I left during that. You know, we did all the instruments, like we did it all. We did like the songs, like a couple songs, like in a couple hours, and then they did the vocals last. Like we cut all the basic tracks, and the vocal section was it was horrible, man. Like I left like half an hour into it. I mean, it was not going well. They were just going like literally every other word cut, every other cut. Do you know how to sing in tune? Cut. You have the worst intonation I've ever heard. Cut. Like literally like that.
This was in the 80s?
That's the guy that he knew.
Wow.
This is in the 80s?
Turned out, like I heard it later. I have it somewhere. I mean, it sounds like a horrible 80s pop song,
Yeah, because in the 90s and even today, that's how they actually do vocals.
No, they do. But when I did that thing, I did something for Hillary Duff or one of those people. Like, and I didn't even know the song until we got there. Like, I never heard the song, and we just did it in sections. This is okay, cut. This is the verse. Okay.
They just fly it over.
Yeah, and they
you
just
play each part like one time. You basically strum on your guitar like 4 times, and you're done.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, there's a whole song on the radio, and you're like, I did that? I don't even remember.
Yeah. I did the whole thing like in an hour. And I dubbed guitars, we did the solo, like everything. Like we just did it in sections. And I never played the song from beginning to end. Like we just did it. Okay, at the beginning. Okay, do the bridge. Okay, we'll cut that. But they sat there. He was just cutting it as we were going and pasting it, and it sounded fine. Like you would never know that I did it in sections.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how they do vocals.
As we were cutting it, like I had never heard the song before. It was some horrible song for Disney.
Yeah, people who aren't even in the music, they have no idea. They listen to a song on the radio. The vocals are comped from like several different takes. Every syllable is from a different take.
Oh,
none of it is real.
With like big singers, like I've seen it.
It's totally created.
It's literally every 3 words, and they cut it.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of guys do guitar. I heard that Steve Vai does his guitar solos like that. They're all every note. Yeah, every note is from like 20 different takes.
Yep.
To get the best performance,
Yeah, I can't. I don't understand, but I don't understand how.
Full performance. I mean, I cut stuff. I mean, I do full performances. Like a solo for me, like it started and ended in one shot. Like I don't cut and paste them together. Anytime. I'll overdub it in the middle of the song, but it's all one pass. I'll do 20 passes, but I mean, it's always going to be the same. Like we're not taking a bit from pass 1 and putting a bit from pass 5 on there and then coming back to pass 1. Like I know lots of people that do that. For 2 reasons. 1, I like it to flow, and 2, I'm not that capable in Pro Tools to cut and paste it like that. And I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that. Like, I use it as a tape machine. I don't use it as, creating my whole performance out of cut and pasting.
Yeah, but you can get a lot of really cool, interesting combinations of stuff that you wouldn't even have thought of. And well, let's take, for instance, the solo for Jump. That was actually 2 takes.
Yeah,
from 2 different takes.
Hear it.
And that's old school. That's the old school version, but
that's actually getting a razor blade to the 2-inch tape and
cutting tape. Yeah, to cut the tape. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
you
can actually hear,
a 16-track Studer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what they had at 5150 at the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Cool.
I love that record. I
Yeah,